The Texas A&M Aggies put on a hell of a performance in the second half. If you love college football, you know that was an incredible game all day long. College football, hey, they're putting a good product out on the field. The Texas Longhorns, they fall, and the Alabama Crimson Tide and Kalen DeBoer fall at home in front of Nick Saban. And we've got a police officer. Yeah, we've got a police officer that's running rampant in the tunnels at the game between the Aggies and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Sit back, relax, get you another drink and whatever legal smoke you're using, and let's jump right into this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, Mike Elko. Reports came out, Mike Elko and Texas A&M Aggies, they were going to give him a new contract, 6-year contract extension. And as I sit there and watch the first half of the football game, I thought to myself, man, that's probably going to be a mistake. But sure enough, I don't know what he told those young men when he got into the locker room. But I'm telling you right now, Marcel Reed and the gang and the big tight end and the defense and those wide receivers, whatever Coach Mike Elko told them, it damn sure worked. Because the Texas A&M Aggies put on a performance. I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen a performance like that in football, less on college football. The last time I saw a performance like that was when the New England Patriots fell behind in the Super Bowl to the Atlanta Falcons, and Tom Brady brought them back using his magic. And that's what Marcel Reed done. Did you see how the first half, every pass that Marcel Reed passed, that he threw passed the football, it was damn near picked off. They couldn't get anything working. But in the second half, he looked like he was the best quarterback, and it wasn't even close. I'm telling you, that was a Brady performance. That was a Brady performance. The Texas A&M Aggies and the Aggies fans, hey, man, that's how you get the job done. Hey, the SEC, if you ain't on notice now, you damn sure need to be, because they play football. They are a resilient football team, and I know Aggie Land, College Bryan, Texas, College Station, I know they're going crazy out there, because at no point in the second half did I think that the Aggies were not going to come back. In the first half, I thought it was over with, but when they came out and started driving that football down there and Marcel Reed was on fire, man, it was an incredible performance. So the Texas A&M Aggies, congratulations. Congratulations. Now, you can't do that moving forward. You're going to have to come out ready to play football the whole football game. But Aggie Nation, way to go. But before we move on, this is Alan with D9J Sports. I'm going to need you to hit the like and subscribe and the donate button. Hit the like and subscribe and the donate button. Well, as I'm sitting there watching the ball game, as you see the electrifying, and I do mean this young man is fast, the wide receiver for the South Carolina Gamecocks, catch a meaningless pass and turns upfield and takes it to the house for a house call, and he runs in the tunnel. And I could not believe what I saw. So I immediately done a video. Probably one of the first people to do the video, and I called it black on black. I mean, playing football while you're black. I was probably emotionally upset with that police officer. I want to clear that up. But I'm telling you right now, that didn't make any sense. The young man ran in for a touchdown, ran in the tunnel, and him and the rest of his football team comes out. Football players, they come out, and a police officer in his feelings, for whatever reason. And if you slow the video down, you will see that number 27 kind of moved to the side, but the police officer put his elbows out and then I guess he wanted to take the kids to jail. Now, what if those kids, because that's what they are, what if those kids would have turned around and responded to him? It would have been all over the national news. It would have been something. But this is one of those cases where, no, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen this one front and center. And I could just imagine how this officer would act if he's out there on the streets and he pulls you over. That is out of line. It's out of pocket. I've had majority of the people getting in the comments saying, yeah, it's out of pocket, it's out of line what he's doing. But you do have some knuckleheads out there who coming in, well, it's not this, it's not that. That was blatantly out of line. No reason for that guy to be acting like that. Well, he works for A&M or whatever. That isn't the way you act. That definitely isn't the way you act. What's next? What's next? Let's keep this thing rolling. Next up on the docket, the Alabama Crimson Tide, Kalen DeBoer. When the Alabama Crimson Tide lost to the Florida State Seminoles, I was the first one to get on and say, man, it's too big for Kalen DeBoer. But Kalen DeBoer turned it around. And today, when the Alabama Crimson Tide got ready to run out on the field, Kalen DeBoer was upset. He was ready to go. He started slapping his hands against the goalpost. Okay? He was ready to play football. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not going to put this one on Caleb DeBoer. I'm going to put it on his whole damn staff and the players. That was a team effort to get beat like that. And the Oklahoma Sooners have a hell of a defense, but that was uncalled for you to lose that football game like that. Now, the Alabama Crimson Tide, they're going to have to win out because of where they were rated at. They're not going to drop out of the top 12, but they're going to have to win out. They're going to have to win out. Kalen DeBoer, man, that you and your staff, you definitely have to do better than what you done today. But now, let's keep this thing rolling. Next on the docket, Steve Sarkisian, Arch Manning, and the Texas Longhorns get handled by the Georgia Bulldogs one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you on my show that everybody wants to blame it all on Arch Manning. Well, that's you can pump the brakes because it wasn't Arch Manning. Arch Manning played some good football tonight. He threw the one interception, and he just overthrew the guy. But for overall, Arch Manning played some good football today. He was standing in the pocket. He was firing the football. But once again, I tell you, every single time I turn around in a big game, Steve Sarkisian is not the guru that everybody seems to want to say that he is because he can't get the job. How can you have a week off? How can you have a week off and you come out and you put that? You see how many they are second or third in the country with penalties. Penalties after penalty after penalty. False start penalties, personal fouls. Man, it's just every time they get one thing going, then there's another penalty. But the one thing about it, Kirby Smart just embarrassed him. How can you do all of that, get some momentum going, and then Kirby Smart and them score a touchdown at onside kick on you? Texas Longhorn fans, that's Steve Sarkisian. That's Steve Sarkisian. Quit blaming Arch Manning. Quit blaming Arch Manning. When your damn quarterback passed for almost 300 yards against the Georgia Bulldogs and you lose, and those wide receivers for the Texas A&M Aggies, they dropped 100 yards worth of passes. Unacceptable. Unacceptable performance from what you've seen from the Texas Longhorns today. Unacceptable. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So college football on the whole today, ladies and gentlemen, was an incredible performance by the teams. We know that Michigan came back, and Michigan doesn't have anything with Bryce Underwood. They don't have anything. But I'm here to tell you, I like what I seen from the Texas A&M Aggies. Texas A&M Aggies look good. They look really good. The Oklahoma Sooners, they look good. Damn, Caleb DeBoer. But the worst performance of the day, Steve Sarkisian and his coaching staff. They're riding in the car with a police officer, born and fight. They're riding in the car together. And it's driving me crazy. This is Allen with D9J Sports. Keep pushing, Aggies. Keep pushing. I'm definitely OUT.